Tonight, the topic is called Heaven Has a Plan for You. And yesterday, I had a very rare row with someone. It's not usual for me. And on the radio, in the car, a whole slew of songs came on and to do kind of giving me signs and really speaking to me about the situation I found myself in. And there were two songs that really stuck with me, but the one that I really felt resonated for the group today was Heaven Has a Plan for You. It's a song by Swedish Mafia, something or other. Hey, Belinda. Um, uh, and it really struck a chord, that phrase, Heaven Has a Plan for You, because being a physical human is hard work, right? We have all experienced ups and downs. We've experienced times when money's in short supply. We've had shocks, we've had traumas, we've had bereavements. Life can feel really hard. Thank you, Kay. Hi, Kay. Swedish House Mafia. That's the people. Couldn't think. Hi, Kerry. So life can feel really hard. We can have ill health and relationship problems, all sorts of things. And you know, sometimes you do wonder what on earth is the point of this life and what on earth was the plan here. And so there's a couple of things I want to take you back to. And these are real basics, and I have talked about them before, but sometimes hearing them in different contexts can really help you. So the first thing is, what about your soul contract? So many of you, hi Denise. All right, have a nice time with your family. Let me know if you want a card, Denise. So if you're before you came here, you had a soul contract and you created that with God and your higher self, right? And in that, there are some things like your genetics, how you look, and your culture, what sort of family you're going to be born into, etc. But there is also some predeterminations and some pre-planned manifestations. So for me, for example, a predetermination was meeting my prospective husband at 22 and getting married to him and staying married. That for me was a predetermination because John is my eternal love. Um, so that's an example of a predetermination. Okay. um, an example of, say, a manifestation that might be predetermined. It might be a course that you do. It could be a lottery win, can be a predetermined manifestation that you agreed when you're in non-physical with God and your higher self. That can be a pre-manifestation for you. So there are some things in your soul contract also that will occur if other things happen. They're known as what if then occurrences. So if, for example, a what if then example might be if you go down that road, so let's call it green lanes. If you go down green lanes today, you will have an accident. That is a if then if if then, sorry, or what if then. But if you went round hedge lane, you would avoid it. And the consequence of what if thens is that it often releases a whole synchronicity of other things that happen. So you had the car accident, but actually that meant that you went to the garage and the garage gave you really good service. And that actually meant that when the car got written off by the insurance, you were able to put it, hi, Monica, yes, you can. When you car got written off because even though the garage said they could salvage it, they couldn't, and the insurance wouldn't pay, it's actually meant that somehow you've ended up getting a better car. That's a what if then. It's not a brilliant example, but it's an example of a what if then that can happen. And so when you're in soul contract, when you're in the solution of God will revolve you, you have got this plan. Now, when you came to earth, though, and when you're in non-physical, by the way, you were supremely confident that you could cope with whatever challenges you put in your soul contract. These challenges are designed to help to do two things. One, through the experience of those challenges, you grow and evolve. And as a result, your higher self evolves. And as a result of that, the higher self collective also evolves. Because remember, your higher self is sharing their knowledge with the wider collectives. Okay. But the second thing is that each of those experiences, um, hopefully you can all see me. Kerry, is it just blacked out for you? It might be my signal. The weather's not great here, and I can see myself on my phone, so I'm assuming it might be something at your end. Um, can you let me know if you're watching that you can see and hear me okay, please? Um, I've lost my thread of thought now. What was I saying? Yes. So when you're in non-physical, you were supremely confident that you could face all these challenges. So the first thing was that you would evolve, your high self would evolve, and the collectives would evolve because they share that knowledge, right? But the second thing is that the assumption that was made in non-physical by God, you, and your higher self is that it would be really easy for you to keep returning to a perspective of love. And what is underestimated is how strong fear can feel, right? And how fear can manifest. And then it's not just in our thoughts and emotions, but it also manifests in our behaviors. And then that translates into our relationships, etc. And so at that point, you can be thinking, oh my God, what is heaven doing here? This is really, really hard. Okay. And so you have to decide consciously two things. One is you have to decide whether you are going to trust that everything is working out for you and you are prepared to do the work to keep your vibration high. So, what does that mean? It means choosing things that make you happy, choosing to monitor your thoughts and not go down the path of, oh my God, life is really awful, which is a really human response to do. And we are humans. But if you've been practicing energetics for a little while, you know the importance of your thoughts and your vibrations. You know the importance of monitoring your thoughts so that you don't go into energetic wasteland. Remember, energetic wasteland is where you're having cognitive thoughts, so you're thinking thoughts that are not supporting your well being. They're the thoughts that are telling you you're not good enough, you're not keeping up, you should be more productive. Why are you sleeping? You should be working. You're not thin enough, you're too fat, you're too small, you're too short, you're too, it's all that kind of nonsense. That's what energetic wasteland is from cognitive thoughts. So your job is to always, as quickly as you can, and sometimes it will take you a while, and that's okay, it is to find a new loving perspective. So let me give you some real world examples. Last September, out of the blue, my husband was told he was going to be made redundant. Okay. And he's the main earner in my family. We have a mortgage, we have a son at university. So, money, his money's pretty essential and it's important. Okay. And I've been doing this stuff for a while yet, but both of us actually really struggled to find a positive perspective on this. And it took me quite a long time. And I could be really harsh with myself here and go, what was wrong with you? Why did it take you so long? But the fact is, I'm human. And the fact is that my husband not having a job was something that was an experience we have never had as a married couple. This was a new experience for us. If this was to happen again to us, I think our reactions would be really, really different because it was a really good reminder of everything is working out for me. He did secure another job, and he actually got a pay rise out of it. Everything is working out for us. If we trust that we are being looked after, it stops the panic. And it took us a while to find our even keel. I'm not saying it didn't. It did take us quite a number of weeks, not days, even weeks. Um, but that's okay because we're human. And this is something I really, really want to drum into you. The plan heaven has for you, hi Mickey, isn't that you need to be perfect. It isn't that you need to be super successful. It isn't that you need to have some magnificent purpose. That is not why your soul and you, the physical human, were created. Heaven's plan for you was for you to have a prosperous, abundant, loving physical experience. That is what you're trying to return to. That is why you connect to your higher self and you do the releasing process. That is why you monitor your thoughts and stop yourself going into energetic wasteland. That's why I talk to you all about your vibration and where are you regarding things. And this is why it's really, really important for you to, when you're having a bad time, whatever that bad time is, you need to actually find some kind of positive aspect to it. So Kerry said, I thought I'd be looked after. I changed, I dropped in, no freedom based. And it's been okay. So Kerry, this is your challenge here, okay? Which is, you know, you have done some actions and you're still finding it really challenging. But the positive perspective is, and this is the positive perspective, you may throw your phone or laptop on the floor when I say this, and I accept that. But you have the ability to choose again. And sometimes that is the only good perspective you can find in a situation is I have the power to choose differently again, right? It is really, really important that you remember you're never stuck. I saw an interview with Tom Hanks and a group of actors, and Tom Hanks was saying the best bit of advice he got is this too shall pass. And I love it because it's a really amazing reminder that nothing stays the same forever. Everything changes. If it's a good time, it will change. If it's a bad time, it will change. And it changes in part because we choose to take different actions based on our reality. And if your reality is shitty or hard or challenging, what is the one positive thing you can do to make yourself feel better? Is it cooking your favorite meal? I always go to these really simple, almost insignificant things because they are within the sphere of your control immediately. You can change jobs, but it will take time. You can start your business up again, but it will take time to manifest what you're creating. And if you, for some of you who are no longer in Evolve You, but have moved into conference and convergence, for you, what's really, really important is Kerry said she'd choose again by starting her business and work for herself and create more wealth for my family. But Kerry, I'm going to say to you, because I know you're at Convergence, you need to double check, is this a truth that really lights you up? Is it? Because if it was a truth that really lights you up, you wouldn't feel so much resistance towards it. So if you have moved from Evolve You into Precious Loving Time or to Conference or to Convergence, all your actions have to be aligned to the truth of you and have to feel really, really good to you. It is more important than anything else when you're in those energetic spaces. For those of you that have not done the releasing process and awakened and are still in the solution of God, and for those of you in Evolve You, it is also important that you do actions that make you feel good, but they don't always have to be aligned to your truth of you because you are still operating within your soul contract. So these are things that you need to really be aware of, is that there is always a plan. The plan is they will never let you down. The plan is there is always a new solution or an opportunity or a way forward. The truth is, the plan is that you are supposed to be here living a prosperous life, but you have free will and you have the power to choose differently and choose and choose and choose and choose and keep choosing until you hit upon a choice that really lights you up and motivates you and keeps you going. You know, I've been a holistic therapist for, well, next year actually be my 30th year of doing therapy work. And this business is only 18 months old. And why did I change after 25 odd years? Because I was no longer lit up by my old business. It had served its purpose and got me to this place. Writing my book is aligned to the truth of me. It's where a lot of my attention is going at the moment, right? That's because it lights me up and it's really aligned to the truth of me and where I am. And so anything I do related to that will make me feel really, really good. Okay. Does that mean that I don't deal with human stuff, you know, in a low vibe way? Sometimes I do. I'm human, right? But as I started this live, I said I had a row with someone, which was really unusual for me. By the end of the evening, and then this morning, I had turned that around completely and just went, you know what? This is not my stuff. I don't need to deal with this. My job is to focus on my business, commit to my business in such a way that it will be a success. That is all I'm concerned about. And so, the other thing about heaven has a plan for you is that heaven wants you, and by heaven, I mean God, your non physical team, your higher self, your business team, your health team, whoever is in your team, non physically speaking, they all want you to succeed in life in a perspective of love, in an aura of love, in an energy of love. If you are not doing that, then it's up to you as the human to take action, aligned action, not any action, aligned action, right? So I could suddenly say, I could have said in September when my husband lost his job, oh my God, I've got to put an offer out in the group. And it would have got nowhere because it wasn't aligned action. It was based in low frequency panic, right? So if I want to do something, it has to be an aligned action for me. So Kerry says, I'll switch to family home. Right. So then your focus, Kerry, has to be family harmony. And it takes more time than you thought because you're practicing it, number one. And number two, it stems from you. So if your energy is doing this, yo yoing up and down, then it's harder for those energetics to embed and settle in. And it might take 2 or 3 months. I think, you know, if I think about my ultimate choice is actually based around health for me. And I've been on a health journey for over 20 years and I'm still not there. I'm making good strides. I'm moving in the right direction, but I am still not there. I could be upset about it, or I could just go, actually, I can see the positives that are happening. And through that ultimate choice for health for myself, actually, what I'm seeing is the repercussions on my family. It's allowing me to live my soul, um, the thing I'm here for, which is actually to encourage love in other people. Um, and in that, I started with love for myself. So, love for myself led me to going vegetarian, led me to intermittent fasting, it's led me to 24-hour fasting, it's led me to different forms of exercise, it's led me to dance videos, it's led me to all these kind of things, right? And that's because I have put love for me first, and that is my health right at the center of everything I do. Okay. I'm going to India in a few weeks, and I've already said to my mum, right, I'm going to still continue my intermittent fasting. So don't ask me to have breakfast. I'm not going to be doing it because my fasting window normally opens between 1 and 2, and I need to eat by a certain time. She was like, oh, okay, all right. That's a change because I'm putting me first, right? So, Kerry, for you, family harmony stems from you feeling harmony within yourself. That is putting you first at the center of all your energetics. Love for you first is essential. then only will it flow out to your family. Mickey, I've been doing this. I saw the job. It's perfectly suited. Oh, okay. Yes, that's beautiful, Mickey, because you could have got really despondent, right, about the fact that the job had closed. Um, but you now have evidence that there are jobs out there for you, and that is beautiful. You have the evidence that you can get something different that will suit you, that will light you up, that will help you feel really amazing and give you freedom and give you relief from your existing career. Do you see what I mean? So that is a brilliant, brilliant perspective. Well done, Mickey. Really proud of you for doing that. So, in the conclusion of what I'm saying is, yes, there is a plan for you, but you need to take action. You need to understand that when things are going wrong, you are being offered an opportunity to choose love for yourself. You're being offered an opportunity to choose to react in a high vibe way. It doesn't matter if you start off low vibe, as long as you move yourself into a high vibe place. And you're being offered an opportunity to trust that everything will work out for you and you will be okay. So that's it from me for this week. I will see you all next Wednesday evening, 6:30 p.m., same time as normal, just a different day. If you have any friends who'd like to come in the group, please do invite them. And if you have any topics that you want me to talk about specifically, please let me know and I will bring them to the group. Lots of love to you all. Take care. Have a good week.